Nika is fairly a new champion added to the game, and she's one of the better ones now. She's meta in PvP currently and the best healer in the entire game. So in this guide, you will learn everything about Nika. You will go through her skills, through her chivalries, weapons, gearing options, and team compositions. Nika is another overpowered champion with amazing passives. She's totally busted. Let's start with her first passive, Spirit Art Healing. When using a skill, when you have Chivalry 5, that's why you see the symbol there. When you have Chivalry 5, 100% independent chance to grant each ally crit rate resistance increase 2 for 2 turns. That means when enemy attacks you, they have 40% less chance to crit, which is huge, especially for PvP content. If you don't have Chivalry 5, that's gonna be only 2 random allies, which is not ideal. So I recommend highly to get her Chivalries and really want to take her to Chivalry 8 because she's that good. And then the second part of her passive is 100% independent chance to grant each Serpent favor ally amplification for 1 turn, which Serpent is very popular and very good faction because you got Morgan, you got Ivere, and you got Nika in this faction. So definitely very, very good passive. Nika's passive to Spirit Art Blessing makes her really what she is, that super OP champion. But to take advantage of this passive, really, you need some chivalries. So this is very chivalry heavy passive. You need really chivalry 1 at least, so this passive will be useful in arena. You need chivalry 3 for arena 2 really to take advantage of it. And C8 is just cherry on the top of the cake. It's just beautiful. I'll just explain everything in detail right now, so let's go in. 100% independent chance, this is at the start of the battle, okay, to heal each ally by 20% of Nika's max HP. This is not very strong because usually you start with the battle with max HP. If you have multiple wave content, like some bosses, most of the time you're gonna be full HP anyway because Nika's heals so much. However, if anything happens and goes wrong and Nika doesn't heal you, or you had a block heal, or anything happens like that, at the start of the next wave, she will heal you by 20% of her max HP, which is gonna be a massive heal. Then we have independent chance, 100%, to grant each ally hit accuracy increase 2 for 2 turns. And this is great for arena, especially for arena, because when you have Turin teams or with Onya teams with a lot of evasion, it helps to counter that. And also you don't have to build your champions with hit accuracy. And usually 2 turns is enough to kill enemies. So that's really useful and good. Third part, now to activate this you need Chivalry 1. 100% independent chance to grant each ally crit rate resistance increase 2 for 2 turns. And what that exactly does, that means your enemy will have 40% less crit rate to hit you. So this basically disables Bedivere, but it also disables a lot of DPSs because they have just less chance to crit. So this is very good, and that's why she is so annoying in arena now. Very good passive. Next part is 100% independent chance to grant Spirit Parade to each ally except yourself for the rest of the battle. Now, this is very strong, and this is only with C8, okay? If you have C3, you activate this passive, but it is only for 2 turns. And basically, Spirit Parade gives you, it's like you giving you a free Vigor set. So each character except yourself, they will generate extra Vigor every turn. Amazing. That's why do everything you can to take this champion to C8 because she will unlock so much for your account that it is incredible. Her third passive, Spirit Art Encouragement, is a really nice passive just to finish off all her passives. When using skill 3, which by the way you're gonna be using all the time, 100% independent chance to grant each ally pierce increase 1 for 2 turns, which is very good, strong. This is basically true damage, you ignore defense. And you have 100% independent chance to grant each Serpent favor ally pierce increase 1 for 2 turns. So for characters like Ivere or Clarison, they will get 2 pierce increase 1 ups, which is really strong. This is only on 2 turn cooldown. Let's now go through Nika's Chivalries. Chivalry 1, additional skill effect for Spirit Art Blessing. So this is her second passive. 100% independent chance to grant each ally critical strike resistance increase 2. That is for 2 turns. That is 40% less crit rate for your enemy, basically. Second, Chivalry recovery plus 10. Very nice for her. Chivalry 3, that's again a boost for her second passive, 100% independent chance to grant Spirit Parade to each ally except yourself for 2 turns. That is basically giving every other ally Vigor set for free. They will generate extra Vigor every turn. Chivalry 4, natural Vigor charge plus 1. So this is great for her because that means she will generate 1 Vigor at the start of her turn. Really nice. Chivalry 5, Spirit Art Healing, Skill Enhancement, changes critical strike resistance increase 2, effect target to all allies. So previously her first passive was just 2 random allies. Now this is gonna be all allies, so that's very good passive and very good Chivalry. Chivalry 6, extra HP, 15%, really nice. Chivalry 7, again 15% and attack speed plus 10. Very nice. Everything so far very useful in her kit, as you see. Now Chivalry 8 is the best Chivalry in her kit. Additional skill effect to Spirit Art Blessing. 100% independent chance to grant Spirit Parade to each ally except yourself for the rest of the battle. So previously it was with Chivalry 3 just for 2 turns. Now this is for the rest of the battle. And then this is good stopping point. You could stop here. However, if you want more speed and take advantage, you can take her to Chivalry 9 and get 15 speed and 10% defense. And then Chivalry 10, these are always nice. You get attack 10%, but you get element compatibility plus 5%. It's always very nice to have this element compatibility. As you can see, every single of her Chivalries is very good and work well with her kit. So you can't just go wrong with investing in her. Definitely, again, take her to Chivalry 8 if you can. And then taking her to Chivalry 10 is not a bad idea. However, I believe 8 is perfect stopping place. All Nika's weapons are very nice to have. I recommend you to pull them all once they're added to the pool. Of course, this is RNG hell, so I'm not expecting anyone to get any extra weapons, but this fire weapon is really all you need, and you're absolutely fine in all the content with just the fire weapon. So her skill 1, Fairy Rhythm, 100% chance to heal the ally with the lowest HP, 6.7% of Nika's max HP, attacks on enemy, damage 62% of attack. Quite standard, nothing special, let's move on. Skill 2, Spirit Art Fire. Heal one ally, 18.3% of Nika's max HP, 100% chance to grant one ally amplification for 1 turn. That is nice because this basically your character would generate more vigor. However, if you have got her C8, you won't probably need that much. And 100% chance to grant one ally attack increase 2 for 2 turns. That is 40% of attack, very nice. Attacks one random enemy 1 time, damage 38% attack, plus 2% max HP. You won't be using this skill too much, probably only if you are running out of vigor, to be honest. That's the only reason you might choose to use this skill. However, it's not the worst skill, it's not the best skill, it's just okay. Nika skill 3 is the most powerful ability, attacks all enemies, damage 70% attack plus 3% max HP. 100% independent chance to heal each ally 16% of Nika's max HP when fully booked. 100% independent chance to grant each ally attack increase 2 for 1 turn. 100% independent chance to grant each serpent favor ally attack speed increase 1 for 2 turns. And 100% independent chance to grant each serpent favor ally hit accuracy 1 for 1 turn. As you can see, this is ultimately one of the best S3s in the game. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. So you're getting a massive heal, AoE heal, which she scales very well with. It's very good heal. Then we get attack increase 2 on all allies with the skill. And then if you run, let's say, Ivere, you get also attack speed increase 1. Your Morgan will get attack speed increase 1. And then also you get hit accuracy 1, which is very good. Very good. That means if you run your Ivere with Nika, you don't even have to worry about hit accuracy, to be honest. Amazing skill. Definitely max the skill out. You don't have to bother with maxing out first and second. But second you could consider. But third is 100%. Also make sure that you level up this weapon to max and you awaken this weapon. Also, it's worth noting that when you use skill 3, you will activate her passive 3. And this is another reason why you want to use skill 3 as often as possible. Now let's have a discussion about her frost weapon. And this weapon is her probably the strongest weapon. It provides us with way better S2, as you will see in a minute, and also better S3. And a lot of people like this weapon because it doesn't attack. So we are not risking of Anya trying to counterattack us. We don't provoke and make her mad. So basically this weapon is kinda nuts. Nika's S1 is absolutely standard normal S1, nothing exciting, 100% chance to heal the ally with the lowest HP, 7.7% of Nika's max HP, attacks one enemy, damage 56% attack. Nothing special, let's go to the next one. Nika skill 2 is really strong, but you won't be using it much because you will focus, as you will see in a minute, on her skill 3. However, Spirit Art Eyes does exactly very good healing. It's a single target heal. Also, you got 100% chance to grant one ally hit accuracy increase 3 for 1 turn. That is 80%. That is really good. 100% chance to grant one ally attack increase 2 for 2 turns and 100% chance to grant one ally amplification for 2 turns. It's really good. You may use it on manual, but when you play auto, you will really always be using skill 3. Skill 3 is definitely the most powerful skill in her kit. It's Ceremonial Dance Ice Spirit. It's 100% independent chance to heal each ally 20% and a half of Nika's max HP, which is really strong heal. 100% independent chance to grant each ally attack increase 2 for 1 turn. That is 40%, very nice. 100% independent chance to grant each Serpent Favor ally hit accuracy increase 2 for 2 turns, which is again really nice with, of course, Serpent Favor allies like Ivere or Clarisin, and 100% independent chance to grant each Serpent Favor ally attack increase 1 for 1 turn, which is 20%, but it's always something. Really strong skill. This skill is mainly good for PvP. It's great for PvE too. But for PvP it's good because it doesn't attack, so you don't piss off Anya and she doesn't counterattack you then. So this is really a must-have, especially for PvP enthusiasts. Now Nika's Storm Weapons is in a, I would say, difficult position because it does only heal on skill 3, only Serpent Favor allies. So unless you're running a full Serpent team, it's probably not gonna work very well. It also doesn't provide you hit accuracy, which is a bummer, and that's not great because you can't really use this in current situation in arena. And it has some pluses, and it's definitely worthy weapon for PvE, but it's not like a must-have, but is a nice-have, I would say. Skill 1, Windy Rhythm. 100% chance to heal the ally with the lowest HP, 7.7% of Nika's max HP, attacks one enemy, damage 56% attack, rubbish like any other S1s, so let's move on. Nika's second skill is not, to be honest, it's not my favorite, and I will say in a minute and I would outline why. However, Spirit Art Wind heals one ally 19.3% of Nika's max HP, which is a decent single target heal, but it's nothing special really. 100% chance to grant one ally attack speed increase 1 for 1 turn, which is really weak. That's very weak. And 100% chance to grant one ally attack increase 2 for 1 turn. And because this is only for 1 turn, this is really bad skill. And 100% chance to grant one ally amplification for 2 turns, which is okay. I'm not big fan of this skill, so you really shouldn't use this skill unless you have no other choice. Let's go to skill 3. Ascension Wind Spirit. Attacks all enemies, damage 61% of attack, plus 3% max HP. Again, this is not really good because we don't really want Nika to attack, because this makes her weapon less useful for PvP content, but for PvE it should be okay. 100% independent chance to heal each Serpent Favor ally 70% of Nika's max HP. Firstly, this is not the biggest heal of all. Secondly, this is only for Serpent Favor allies. So if you don't have a full Serpent team, this is totally useless. If you run, let's say, Ivere with Morgan team, that's gonna be okay, but you are very limited with using this skill. And then you have 100 independent chance to grant each ally attack increase 2 for 2 turns. And this is actually the best part of the skill, because the other weapons are giving us on their skill 3 attack increase 2 for just 1 turn. Giving this for 2 turns means we can have double attack increase 2 on our DPS. So this is the only really good part of this skill. And then she has 100% independent chance to grant each ally attack speed increase 2 for 1 turn, which is not that great too, because if it's only for 1 turn, that means, let's say if your other champions their turn meter is almost full, this gonna basically wear off very quickly. So summarizing, this weapon is not as good, but it's still good to have. Again, not must have, but nice to have. Nika is a quite easy character to build. You're looking really to load her with a lot of HP. You're looking for about minimum 50k. If you have Chivalries, you can easily get to 60-70k. You're looking also for a lot of speed. And you want her to run fast. It's very good for her, and she's easy to build fast. So you're looking for at least 250 speed. You could go for even 300 speed if you can. It's very good. And also load her with some recovery. 70% is great, or more. That will work excellent. For Nika's stat priorities, on helmet and on armor and on boots, you want as your substat speed. Ideally triple speed if you can't, but I know it's very difficult. But if you get a double speed or single speed, and then you have some HP percentage or defense percentage, you will be okay. But you want to prioritize speed 100%. On her necklace, you want to go for HP percentage, and as a substat, you want to prioritize mainly speed. Ideally triple roll maybe won't happen, but even double roll or single roll will be nice. And then recovery as additional substat, it is nice too. Eventually some defense. Exactly the same situation with earrings. HP percentage main stat. Then we go for speed as our main substat. Recovery or defense percentage will be okay. However, still recovery is nicer. And for the ring, I would suggest going for HP percentage as your main stat, and then as your substats, focus on speed again. However, if you get recovery as your main stat, it's okay. It's not as good as HP percentage. Or you could go for speed if you want your Nika to go super fast. With speed ring, probably you could even go to 350 speed, which can be insane if you really want to do that. For Nika's keepsake, for belt, we're going as main stat recovery. And this is the only really option you can put on her that makes any sense. And as a substat, again, you focus on speed, and mainly on speed. If you get extra HP percentage or defense percentage, that's okay. On the orb, we go as a main stat speed, and that's really the only reasonable option here. As a substats, we go for HP percentage or recovery. Some defense might be okay. And for banner, we can go endurance, which is nice, but I think personally that flat HP would be okay here also. I would say choose the piece that has more speed substats, because as your main substat you want to go speed. So let's say you have a triple roll on the HP piece, just go with that. And then if you don't have triple speed, if you have HP percentage or recovery as your substats, that's gonna be okay too. For Nika sets, the most popular set is triple HP percentage set. I would recommend this one for just more HP because you want her survivability to be on a high level. But for a lot of PvE and also for like some very fast PvP comps, you can actually go for single speed set with HP set, which is really good. That way you can achieve even more crazy speeds with Nika and still have a good level of HP. For the third set, there is option with healing set with HP set. Now, healing set is not that impactful in a way. It gives you more healing, right? But it doesn't give you more HP. And you will have anyway so much healing and you will heal for so much, you won't need that set really. So I think the sets above, either triple HP set or speed with healing set combos are just better. For keepsake, the best option is Unity set. Now this set is extremely hard to craft to get the right stats, but personally I'm happy to sacrifice a little bit of other stats and have a little bit weaker keepsake pieces just to trigger this set, because this set at the start of the battle grants unity to all allies that are the same element as the hero for the rest of the battle. So that's basically 10% of more attack and 10% of more defense to the rest of the battle. So this is really good as long you run the other champion the same element as Nika. Because unity is so hard to get, especially if you're very early mid game, your best option will be really immortal set. After using a skill that heals, gain a 2-hit barrier for 3 turns. This is on 3 turn cooldown. So this is very good set. Very good set, and I would definitely suggest going for this one. Fortitude set is nice too for like emergency heal. But downside of Fortitude set is this is just one use. If that would be, let's say, even 5 turn cooldown, that would be much more useful. But because this is a single use, I wouldn't recommend this too much. But if you don't have anything else, it's still better than no set. I just want to let you know straight off the bat that Nika will fit every single team. She's in every single meta team. She's the best champion, probably one of the best champions in the game. So she will be all over the place. So I won't go through many team comps because there's no reason, but I'll show you the best comps currently. And for PvE content, what is the most easy comp, fun comp, is just your DPS, so it's Bedivere or Ivere, and then you slap Onya inside as a super DPS slash support. Then you have Morgan, and of course you have our Nika. This team is amazing, it rocks, and definitely try it out if you didn't yet. This is a very nice and powerful PvP offense team. We got series. The best is series fire. If you don't have series fire, wind is okay. Her starting weapon, that's absolutely fine. She's there for speed lead and 2 meter reduction block. Very good. Nika here, her fire weapon will be fine. If you got her frost weapon, that's gonna be even better. But fire is absolutely good for her. She's there to heal, buff, very good champion. Ivere, we will use here fire Ivere. Frost can be okay, but if you got fire, go with fire in current situation. However, mind that meta changes all the time, and this particular part of the guide, PvP, may not be so much relevant in, let's say, a month. Maybe in 2 months that game won't even exist, so we never know. However, at the moment, Fire Ivere is perfect, and Morgan, the best Morgan is Ice Morgan. If you got the selectors, just pull Ice Morgan and use her. She will boost Ivere, and then Ivere will go and kill everyone. Perfect team. The only downside of this team, you need very, very fast Morgan, about 400 speed, if you want to compete at the end game arena. And here we got very strong PvP defense team. It's Nika Fire. However, if you got her Ice, it's gonna be better. We got Anya Ice, Baldwin Ice, and Guinevere Ice. The difficult part of this team, you need really fast team. Your Nika, your Baldwin, they really need to be very, very fast. But if you can achieve those speeds, that's gonna be an excellent team. For skill priorities, you have to remember to use Nika's skill 3 and Baldwin skill 3. I hope you found this video useful, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like this video, leave a comment down below. If you have nothing to say, leave even an emoji. It's all about engagement. Help this dream come true. I count on you, and share this video with
your father's brother's nephew's cousin's former roommate.